Someone in Congress sat on a stock disclosure for 332 days. The shares moved, and the fine was basically nothing. We'll name names. Plus, a 3,642 transaction filing, Fetterman trading tech while the press chases mushrooms, and the worst late disclosure list of 2026. Let's go. This is The Blind Trust, your weekly guide to what politicians are trading and sometimes what they're hiding. All right, the biggest trades filed this week, countdown style, number 3 to number 1. Let's see who was busy. Number 3, Moskowitz, 32 trades on the board this week, not a typo. Number 2, Roy clocks in at $5 million. And number 1, by a distance that makes everyone else look like they're standing still, the filing that ran $220 million to $750 million, paid a $200 fine, and called it a day. Our alpha of the week dropped a 113-page, 3,642 transaction disclosure, wrote a check for $200, and went home. That's the deal Congress made with itself. The Stock Act penalty for a late filing is $200. The filing covers somewhere between $220 million and $750 million in trades. The part we're still watching is the buy then praise calendar, when the praise came out publicly versus when the position was already in place. Now the RASCAL, and this one is about the law they already passed to fix this exact problem and how completely it is not working. The Stock Act says 45 days to disclose. Several members of Congress blew past that by nearly a year in 2026, and in at least 2 cases, the stock price climbed significantly before the public ever knew the trade had happened. So the one protection the law offers, transparency, arrived after it could do anything useful. Congress isn't the only branch with a portfolio this week. We've got a cabinet secretary and the Chief Justice of the United States on the conflicts board. So let's run it. First, Education Secretary Linda McMahon's disclosure puts her TKO holding north of $50 million. She runs federal education policy, and her biggest asset is a pro wrestling company. Second, Chief Justice Roberts reports $1 to $5 million in Wells Fargo, while the Supreme Court, now operating under its own brand new code of conduct, continues to hear cases that touch the financial sector. Fast ones. Fetterman filed 12 trades in tech and insurance, while every headline about him involved psychedelics. The portfolio and the press tour are living in different universes. His Senate approval is having a rough year. His brokerage account apparently did not get the memo. And Thomas Massie is sitting at 39 cents on the prediction market, meaning nearly $4 million in bets, says his own Republican primary is genuinely in play. That's the week, a $200 fine on $750 million in trades, a disclosure that took almost a year, and a Supreme Court justice holding bank stock while the court sets the rules for banks. Hit subscribe so you don't miss next Friday, because this town does not slow down, and neither do we. See you then.